Oh my god, that was a good one. That was a good one. I wasn't expecting that. It came off. No. Oh man. Hey, what's up guys? It's Maine fishing at San Luis Reservoir today. I'm actually heading out of the boat ramp right now. I came to the basalt side, but then since the water is dropping so much so fast, the boat ramp isn't ready. There's a bunch of mud and or a bunch of mud on the boat ramp right now. One of the all-wheel drive vehicles was having a hard time coming out, so I decided not to launch there. I'm gonna head out to the dinosaur point, and they're telling me the launch there is perfect, no mud or anything, so I'm gonna go over there and we'll see how this day goes. All right guys. Doing is I found this cove on the west side of the lake, and I'm fishing it. So 30 feet of water to like 50 feet. So right now I'm at almost 40 feet of water. I'm going back to the 30-foot range. With the life scope, I can see the Atlas rig slowly drop and drop and drop, and then when it hit, I sped up again. And then immediately I got hits. I thought I was snagging on the bottom at first, just because I was so close. But then I kept fighting back, so I reeled it in, and sure enough, it was a striper. Oh yeah! First fish of the day. The white. Choked it. Woo! So my rig's back here. Here's some stripers. They're chasing the downrigger ball. I might just put my rig all the way up here where the downrigger ball is and see what happens. Oh, fish on right here. Got a fish on. Yep, got one. So I'm gonna keep the boat straight. Okay, there we go. So hit on the blue ice. Might be a small one. It's not really fighting. Barely got him too. That's probably a keeper. Looks like an 18, 19. Alright, so today I'm using the Atlas rigs, or actually every time I come out here I'm just using the Atlas rigs. This is the purple Urkel, and basically these rigs you can collapse for storage, so I'm opening it up right now so I can use it. So once you have all the arms out, loosen the bolt here, and then you want to align these grooves, not the grooves but the little slots are here, with the arms. And once you have that, tighten the bolt, and then now you have your umbrella rig all spread out. And it also has a center hole here on the boat if you want to attach one of these blades or another line down straight down the middle. However you want it, you can customize it whichever way you want it. You can get these on Tackle Builders, tacklebuilders.com, and they come in all sorts of colors, so go check it out. And I'm gonna see if I can catch anything on that purple Urkel. So since I'm fishing so close to the bottom, it's hard to tell when it's fish or bottom. So what I usually do is I raise it up another 5 to 10 feet and wait a few seconds, and if the rod's still shaking, it's usually a fish on. So I'm at 30 feet, I gotta raise it up again. So I see fish right there. There's a whole school right there. Oh, fish on! I got multiple fish on this one. So this is the white, I believe. They're still into the white. They're still biting the white pattern. There's another keeper, like a 20, 21, bigger school. Catch and release, guys. Swam away. Oh, nice school at 20 feet. So this one's around 20, right? This one's 15. I'm gonna drop you to 18. I'm gonna drop you to 20. And let's see. I think I got fish right here. Is that fish or bottom? That's fish. Yep, fish on. There we go, white. I might have to just switch both rods to white. Double? No, this is just a good sized fish. That's all. Okay. Oh, that's why it's heavy. I caught my other line too. Catch and release. There's a school right there. Should get something here. Fish on. Oh yeah, got him. Fighter. You got a fighter. Small little dinks. Barely lift them. Nice. Feel like a 1920. Skinny though. Go. Alright, I see some fish on the bottom. There's some fish on the bottom. Might get something here. Just gotta keep it straight. Oh, got a hit right there. Dang it. Oh, fish. Fish on? Fish on, yeah. Got a fish on. Dang it. Missed it. Freaking A. Okay, so 25 feet. 23. This one. Oh, a fish on? Fish on, baby. This one's a fish on. Okay. Fish on. Got a steer. Nice. Whew. Barely lift them. Man, these fish are sure striking. Hit on the shad. There you go. Beautiful colors. Check out that purple on the black. Yeah, these fish, the fish are always beautiful. Okay, so back at 19 feet, it's getting shallow. Oh, fish on. I got a fish on, baby. Oh no, it came off. Oh, it's still on, yeah. Still on. Okay, let's transition into shad, I guess. Ooh, heavy. Might have a double. Another small one. 17 probably. Could be 18. Barely got him. Check that out. Barely got him. Man, these guys are picky. Not committing at all. I'm gonna kind of show you guys what I'm seeing on my live scope, and seeing how the fish react to the baits, and see what I can do in real time to kind of entice a bite when I see them chasing my Atlas rig. So right now I'm not seeing anything, and what I'm using is my live scope. Is the transducer for my live scope is mounted right here. I made this homemade holder for my transducer, so this is pointing back towards this rig on the right, which you can see the downrigger balls right here. It's actually too low. I'm gonna have to raise it up a little. So downrigger balls right there. If I kind of rotate it, it comes in and out of view. See? And the rig itself is back here somewhere. Let me raise it up. I think it's dragging on the bottom. Yeah, it was dragging on the bottom. So let me try to find the rig for you. Right there. Rig is right here. There's some stripers here. One just went up to check out the downrigger ball. And stripers are gone. They come in and out of view. Here's one. He's kind of high. He's too high for my rig, so he won't see it. He won't see the Atlas rig at all. I'm trolling at 2 to 2.5 miles an hour. All right, here's a few stripers. They went out of view. They're kind of like right here. It's hard to see on the screen, but I can make it out. Okay, there it goes. Here's one right here. He's going back to the Atlas rig. Atlas rig is nowhere to be found. I'm probably dragging on the bottom again. Oh, there it is. I can barely make it out. Way back here at 60 feet from the transducer. But right now the bite isn't as hot. Usually it picks up when the wind starts blowing, and today it's just been kind of decent wind. Nothing to stir the water to get them all active like a few weeks back when I came out here, and it was calm all day, and finally towards the end of the day the wind started blowing. It was like 15-mile-an-hour winds, and sure enough, all the stripers started biting. They were schooling up, they were active. Today they're just hit and miss. You'll see them chasing, but it's a lot of short strikes, and I've gotten a lot of my swim baits came back missing tails. So I forgot to bring my stinger hooks to put it on the tail, so when they short strike it, it'll hook into them, but I forgot to bring my set. So it's just the regular single hook from the jig head, and I don't know, it's been working. I probably missed half of my bites today because of the missing stinger hook. Only a few choked the bait, so they're not really active. A sure sign that they're not active. A lot of them barely lipped the mouth. I had to do everything. I had to move my rigs up and down using the downrigger. I had to slow down the boat. I had to drag the rigs on the bottom and raise them again. I had to do a lot of activity, I guess, to entice the bite. So it's certainly not an easy bite, but if you really work for them, they'll definitely bite. So today, so far, I've caught probably close to 15-20 fish. I've kind of lost count. I gotta go back on my pictures and count them all. Caught a few doubles. On one pass, both rods went off, but I didn't know, so I reeled one in. I already let out line, and I pulled in the other rod to check on it, and sure enough, there's already a fish on. I've been pulling it forever, and a lot of these fish aren't really fighting. It's just dead weight when you pull it back in. So it's a different bite. They're kind of in the same locations as last time. Last time they're around these humps on the west side of the lake, and they're still there, but they're not as stacked up as weeks before. They're still there. They're in Lone Oak, but they're not as active. The more active ones are the ones on the west side of the lake, the points. So right now I'm hitting these points, these main lake points right here on the west side of the lake, and that's where these active fish are. I'll just troll, and all of a sudden I'll get a hit and then fish on. So that's kind of how the bite is today. So we're gonna keep fishing for a bit, and let's see if I catch anything else. Oh, there they are, 40 feet. Got a school at 40 feet. You're about 30. I'll drop you at 36. I'll drop you a little lower. Oh, fish on. Dang it, missed strike. Gotta miss. Short strikes, man, I need to bring those stinger hooks. So the moment I dropped it, oh, yeah, it's on. It's on the whole time. Oh yeah, fish on. So these fish are they're hugging the bottom, but earlier this morning they like to come up at least another 15 or 20 feet and hit the rigs. But then right now it seems like you gotta put it right in their face. So I'm oh, double. Yeah, so I'm pretty much a foot or two off the bottom, and that's how I got a double. Double, 2 keepers. Got 2 keepers. Woo! There you go. All right. Let's see where these fish are at. Oh, fish on. Okay, cool. I'm literally right on the bottom. These guys are, well, the afternoon bite, they're just, you gotta put it right in their face. So depth was 34. I dropped my rig down at 34. That's how I caught this one. Barely got him too. Oh, he fell out. Catch and release. Oh, got a hit. I think that's a fish on. Fish on. No. Oh, that was a fish. Okay. So that one, I saw it coming. I saw that one coming, and I raised it just to see if it'll chase it. Where actually I dropped the Atlas rig down another 5 feet and actually came up to hit it. So the live scope, it helps you react to the fish in real time, and if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have caught this one. Woo! Barely got him. All day they're like this. There you go. Small school. Whew. Barely got him. I like that. All right, there they are. I should get something here. 19 feet. Gotta raise you guys higher. It's 17 feet. Getting shallow. All right, so it's getting deeper, so I'm gonna drop it with the contour. See what happens. 28. Oh, fish on. Got it. Oh, good one. All right, so I followed the contour of that hump, and they're right on the edge of it. Right on the edge. Caught this one in 20 feet of water. This is a keeper. Got like another 19. They barely lipped it, which tells me they're short striking it. So I probably missed a bunch. I missed a bunch of these guys. All right, here's a massive school of stripers right there. You don't even mark them on the 2D at all. So found them on the live scope. Let's see if this rod goes off. Oh, and then 15 feet of water. I'm getting a little too shallow. Alright, so I'm heading back home. Today was actually a pretty good day. It was like a grind. It wasn't like a hot bite all day, but it was a steady grind, and you have to move around everywhere. I was all over the lake. Started off in the west side of the lake. There's these submerged islands there, and those are producing for a little bit. And then when it kind of died down, moved over to Lone Oak. Saw a few big schools there that weren't real active. I think I caught one or two only. And then I moved over to the basalt side and caught a few there. So I was all over the place, and the bite kind of died down mid or late morning to early noon. So the bite died down, and it picked back up probably mid-noon. So and since after mid-noon it was just a constant bite, but you still had to move around. The west side of the lake produced the best. The points were real productive. There's some schools roaming the points around there, but then most of the fish are just scattered on the bottom. you can't spot them really well with the traditional 2D sonar, but with the live scope, I was able to make out little fish swimming around on the bottom. So that was pretty interesting. So with the live scope, I was able to pinpoint the fish and react in real time. There are a few times where the fish would go up and kind of follow it, and then I'd see that with the live scope, and then I'd raise it up and down with the downrigger, and right when I did that, the fish came up and hit the Atlas rig, and that's how I caught some of these fish. On some of them, I didn't even use the downrigger. The points, I was fishing in 30 feet of water, and most of the time I was just shaking the rod. I'd see these fish swim by underneath the live scope fish finder, the view on the live scope, and I'd wait a few seconds for these fish to get to the Atlas rig, and once they got near it, I'd just start shaking it, or I'd let line out, I'd raise it up and down, and that got them to bite. So a reaction bite, more likely than it was a reaction bite. It wasn't really a hunger bite today. Most of these fish were barely lipped. I had a few who choked it, but majority of them were barely lipped. And I lost a lot of fish. The ones that were short striking, I didn't have my stinger hooks. I left them at home. So if I had them on, I would have caught well over 50 fish today. So it was a 30 fish day today, so that's pretty good in my book. So yeah, the bite's still on. Atlas rig is still killing it. The colors that worked were all over the color spectrum. So white, I use white mostly in the mornings and in mid-afternoon, and it was working all day pretty much. What else did I use? I used the green chovies. That's like a new color I made for the saltwater action, but I decided to use it here in the freshwater, and it worked really good actually. I also used the blue ice. Blue ice was good. Purple Urkel didn't do too well. The shad was doing well also. So all these colors, you gotta constantly switch back and forth, and that's how I was getting them to bite. So if you're using the Atlas rig, you gotta create a lot of action if you're trolling without downriggers, and it's probably better without using downriggers because you can create that action way better than when you have the downriggers on. So yeah, bite's still on, so come out. Your window in the morning is early morning to mid-morning, and it kind of dies down, and then the next window starts around mid-afternoon to pretty much sunset. So get out there and catch some fish, guys.